Yeah. The exact opposite of that.
Right. And burnout is huge in both industries, not only service industry, but also my industry as well.
Yeah.
And so you have to be smarter than that. And you have to think, okay, well, clearly everyone's hit burnout easily in this, right?
Yeah.
So what can you do to get past that, but also still use these skills that you've created through doing this, because they are very valuable. And I think that they're the most valuable beyond what you could do in any industry. But how do you be strategic with that in the long-term plan?
Yeah,
so if you could give yourself, your younger self some advice, knowing what you've learned in the past decade and like in working in restaurants and working, in cosmetology, like what would that advice be?
Oh gosh, that would be hard, but I think I really honestly think don't get in the way of myself, because fear is the one thing that I struggle with. But I think just pushing past that and literally giving myself no other option. That's what I basically did. I was very miserable. I was at a very low point in my life when I decided that I was going to start my own business. And I took some big risks to do it. I was in a very rough area, but, honestly, you can only go up from being that low. So I was just like, screw it, I'm just going to do it. And I think that that's one thing that I would tell my younger self is, let that fear drive you. Don't let it hold you back. And honestly, like as corny as it is, the sky is the limit. Although every day I still do question that, but I keep pushing towards it.
Yeah.
For whatever reason that may be.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said. Get the hell out of your own goddamn way.
Yeah, but easier said than done, right?
Yeah.
Like, aren't we all in our own heads?
Well, once you start
always?
doing it, you look back and you're like, well, that was easy.
That's very true. You're right, though. You're totally right. Because you're like, oh, all right.
Somehow you don't remember all the 4 a.m. nights.
No.
Well, it's more of like a mindset.
Those times that you went for a while, like nowhere to go.
It totally is a mindset. And I think it's also getting out of your comfort zone, getting out of your patterns.
Yep.
It's so easy to get in this groove of, I'm going to go to work. Then I'm going to go out and have a couple drinks. Then I'm going to go do this. And then I'm going to repeat it the next day. And we're just going to continue on.
And keep going.
And
how long can you do that for?
Well, so I think
I've been doing it for a long time.
I can agree. I agree with that.
Like, I'm tired.
That's kind of the message that I'm driving at here is like, how do you monkey wrench your own life? You know?
Well, it all starts with an action, though. I mean, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
The more you think about it and talk about it, you're just going to continue to sit there and think about it and talk about it, because you're going to try and keep reworking in your mind or whatever. Like, you have to at least start taking steps in that direction.
You have to know what
You
you're going to do, and
It's
you
like-
can't rely on some external catalyst
No.
Yeah.
to get you there. It is like
It's
you're
you.
your biggest roadblock, and you're
It's
in
like-
your own way until you aren't.
It's like
Absolutely.
coming to a fork in the road. You can see that city. You can see that city. You got to at least start walking steps this way
Or
to get to
Right.
that.
Pain with his metaphor brush tonight.